Shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. Leading them out, someone we're all very excited to watch. It's the rookie out of Alabama.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Running with Walker again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. Big man's showing up the yards. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Walker goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Trying again, Walker. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rolling left, buying some time. And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. And bringing them out, a 4th-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State's Justin Fields.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, we just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on second to Hall. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A good defensive play breaks that one up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Holding offense.
They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go now. Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Fant. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cox, Cooper Kupp makes the play. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. This is Walker on 2nd. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. His throw is caught. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Walker now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd down from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That's right. That's right.
3rd down give to Hall. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. 2 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Here we go, son. No muss, no muss. Tonight.
Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Don't jump. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Fields. Wilson's got it. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Good. 11. Alpha. Go.
Looking to throw Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Another throw for Fields. Fits it through the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll throw it again. Caught by Lazard. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal.
Ken. Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They go right back to Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Fields now on 3rd. Has it in close. He has the New York touchdown. On his Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his touchdown, another one for him this season, as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. Walker on 1st down. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's Walker on the option. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking for a throw here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. 4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Completed over the middle. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10. Extend. Here we go. Good night.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go. Good. Punch right. Punch right. Man. Go.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Wilson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets with a long ways to go for a score. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Mini base. 1. Here we go, son. Mayday. Extend. Sit high.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Here we go.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Here we go, son.
Running left is Evans. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And it'll be touched. Before the 20. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Play action on first down. Caught a nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Here's a throw. Oh, the football's loose. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Here we go.
Play action, Fields. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Throwing again on second down. Fields to the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And with that last throw, a memorable one for him because it gets him to the 3,000-yard plateau for the year. It's a mark every quarterback tries and honestly expects to hit over the course of a regular season. That's brought in by Lazard. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Second and 3 now. From the 37. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Back to throw now. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Xavier Gibson on to return for the Jets. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That brings us to the break. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
Going right side. Evans with it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Hey, going alpha right here. Go.
They start the half with a give to Hall. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to third down and 3.
Don't jump, ready?
Here's Fields to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Fields to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
That's right. Tonight.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Here we go. Good. Tonight.
Going to the ground again on first. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackle made by Jaron Reed. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
At the Seahawks 37-yard line.
Tonight.
Fields throwing here. Short pass brought in. He's got it in the red zone. It's a 21-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
11.
Another Jets.
Easy.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Tonight.
A give left side for Hall. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Tonight.
A handoff for Evans, running right. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with third and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Fields looking to throw. Hall there to haul it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Hall does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go, son. Go.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here we go. Sit high.
2nd down and 10, Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's got it in the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Don't jump.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go.
And that's a New York touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Gets this to Fant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running back sent in motion. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. It's a design boot. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 42. He's on the move. Sheds off a rusher. He takes it himself. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's second down coming up. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Walker now from the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 4 yards, and we'll see what they do now from 4th and short in this spot.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. With a conversion, they're throwing for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Cup on the catch. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. This one's caught. It's Cup near the sideline. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. Flush down out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball.
And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after, up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game.
Seahawks 14.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by... Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Punch right. Here we go. Good. Delta. Right.
They start to drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
10. Here we go, son.
Here's Hall once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down.
Here we go. Right.
Fields out of the gun. It is Cup, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Tonight.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, son.
From the 19. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. Third and just 2 to go.
Yep. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Ready?
They'll run here. It's Hall. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Trying again, Hall. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets have likely locked up the win right there. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
Passer defense.
Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Pass complete to Walker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now.
Here goes, son.
Third and long for him here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender. And even more so, the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. Go.
He'll start this one out with Hall. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Woo! Yeah, I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Yep.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Hey, Ken. Good night.
2nd down and 10. Fields. Chase down, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. So the win goes to the Jets. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory.